My hair has a lot of oil. Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I have a very interesting video. This is a BMW 750 with an N63 engine. This specific year is 2009, but what I'm going to show you is that this BMW was leaking oil from these hoses over here. So you can see those hoses. I don't know if you can see them right here. See these hoses? Those are like oil cooler hoses. See, the hose comes over here, this other hose over here, and then goes across the vehicle to the other side. Here we have the other cooler. In this case, that cooler is completely removed because we needed to remove it in order to do the repair. So the hoses are right here. I already replaced them. So this is the hoses. See, I'm sorry for the trash that is on it, but they have a lot of oil. See, that's the reason why I didn't want to drop them. But anyway, so this is the way these hoses look. They're very unique in shape, and they are for oil, obviously, right? So they're very special. See, they have a T because we have two oil coolers. So we have the other one like a T too, the same way. But the problem with these hoses is that it is very intensive to replace them. It is not so easy to replace them. If you are looking to do it yourself, this is something that is going to be very challenging, and it will require a lot of labor. BMW asks you to do this job. If you are going to do this job, BMW is going to tell you to remove the subframe. This is the subframe right here, the one that holds the engine completely. See these all pieces over here? This is the subframe. So you have to remove the subframe in order to get access to that hose, because that hose it is held by in some areas of the subframe, but it is impossible to remove it, and the reason why is because of this. You can see this hose is located right over here in between the frame and the subframe, right here. So in order to remove it, you have to remove the subframe completely, because this one is going to be easy to remove, but this other is not. See, you cannot just remove it just like that. So today I'm going to give you some details. If you are going through this job and you are going to do it yourself, this is the easiest way to do it without removing the subframe completely. Otherwise, you have to remove the subframe and you have to take all these components and you have to leave the engine hanging over there. So the easiest way will be this, and the way you're gonna be able to do it at home if you are planning to do this job at home. So what you have to do is disconnect everything, all these, the arms, control arms and everything from the passenger side. Everything over here. You have to release the power steering rack and pinion. You have to remove that. You have to remove the engine mounts completely. If there is a ball over here, then I left just, you know, just to prevent anything. But you have to have something to hold the engine underneath. I have this tower over here holding the weight of the engine, but it is possible to do it over the floor, because you can use a jack stand or you can use a jack. Just make sure to use a piece of wood, because that is going to be a very fragile piece and you can break it. And of course, you have to remove both of the motor mount bolts over here, so that way the engine stays up and the subframe comes down. That is the point. And once you have that, you have to remove all this sway bar, these. You have to release some of these on the other side so you can get more clearance. You have to get loose all the bolts, all the subframe bolts. See this bolt over here? So you have to get them loose. And there is another one over here on this side. And it is going to be right here. It's going to be hard to see it, but it's going to be right here. And then we have another one in the front, which is right here. We have another one. And we have the same amount of bolts on the other side. So we have all those bolts completely removed from this side. These are the bolts for the subframe. They're completely removed from this side, because we want the most clearance possible to remove that line. And then once you have all that removed, you have to remove the lines over here. There is a 13 millimeter over here, then holds the line. Let me see, try to focus on that. It's right here. See, that is going to be for the line, and in the front we have another one right here. From this side you can see it. It is this one right here. You can see my hand right there. Right there. That black like a clip, that is just holding it right there. So that you have to remove. That is from the engine area. So then after that you have to remove the other clips over here. It has this one over here, T20, and it has another one inside there, which is almost impossible to remove it. So what you have to do is to drag it out completely and then remove it outside, because it has another one just like this one in there, a T20, but that is going to be impossible to remove it without removing the subframe. You have to remove the subframe to do that, but you can drag the whole hoses, the two of them out, and then remove them outside. And once you have that, you have to pray this one out just a little, pray it down just enough where you can clear the hoses out. And once you have that, the hoses are out. That's so simple as it looks, but it requires a lot of labor. It's a very intensive job to do this hoses replacement. It is something that you need some mechanical skills to do it, but it's possible. Then you can do it without having these skills. So it just requires a lot of attention, a lot of bolts all over the place, and you have to remember where is that bolt going to. So that is mostly the intensity of this job, but other than that, it is going to be as simple as, you know, remove and replace. Nothing major, nothing more than that. So that is that's the reason why it's important for you to understand that this job is not going to be so easy if you are planning to do it yourself. And if you are planning to take it to a shop, it's not going to be cheap. This is going to cost minimum around like $700 just to replace those hoses. Probably more than that, depending on the labor rate and the type of shop that you're going to. Probably BMW is going to ask to remove the engine completely or just the subframe, I don't know, but they are going to charge no less than $1,000 just to replace those hoses. They have a lot of work to do, to extract those hoses, but it is possible as the way I show you without removing the subframe. This is the way you're gonna do it at home without removing the subframe. So this is what I'm going to show you right now, and this is possible. I'm sorry, this is going to be similar for most of the 750s, 550s, and X5s and X6 with a V8 twin turbos engines. But some of them are going to vary, because some BMWs 5 Series, 7 Series, X5, X6, some of them are going to have just one cooler in one side. And that is going to be a little easier because you don't have to deal with the hoses like this. But for the ones that have coolers on both sides, that is going to be a real task to do. That is not going to be cheap or easy to do if you're planning to do it. But anyway, I guess my point is clear. If you ever get a leak from those hoses, you know what is going to be the labor to do and how difficult it's going to be. So questions, just go to the comment section of the video. Go to Instagram if you want to contact me directly. Follow me there. You can see different content as well there. And also, you want to support the channel, please do it. There is information on the description of the video. We have the details how to send support to the channel, so we can create more content like this. You know, these machines are not cheap to maintain, and we are trying to give you our best so that way you can maintain them without spending that much money. So make sure to subscribe, share the video, like it, and thank you for watching.